Hang on to him! Ah!
Good cast job.
Oh, he's got him! Oh, shit! Oh, I didn't know you had him! Oh, that was sick! That hurt me,
Hey,
man.
good calf shot.
Hey, what's happening? We're at Chub Cay in the Bahamas. It's a great little island. It's tiny. Great fishing. We caught wahoo. Caught a few wahoo, all like 40 to 60 pounders. And then we had something large on the spreader bar. But for some reason, somebody wanted to tighten the drag super tight. And we donkeyed it, so it broke. But pretty pitch in place, man. Anybody can come here. They have flights. But I mean, this island is like super small, white sand beaches, but just an awesome, mellow place. So come on down. Come charter us, and you guys can see all this. I mean, it's an awesome place. It's called the Tongue of the Ocean. A couple weeks ago, they caught a 700-pound bluefin tuna and a 500-pounder. So the fish are showing up. We're trying to fish them West Coast style, and that's why we put the spreader bar out today. Maybe had one, maybe not. I don't know. We'll never know. But we're going to start flying the kite and doing some West Coast shit. Come on down.
A team of marine biologists exploring the remote islands off Mexico's Pacific coast made an exciting discovery. A new species of fish previously unknown to science.
It's very exciting, and it's really nice to finally see this coming out and being able to tell people about it, because you kind of need to keep these things a little under wraps.
Ben Frabel of UC San Diego's Scripps Institution of Oceanography was one of the scientists on the expedition.
And we encountered this actually on our last day. It's a kind of a dramatic story. And we were like, oh my gosh, last day of the trip, we actually encountered it.
He tells me the new species called a tailspot wrasse is also known as Halicaris sanchezi, in honor of marine scientist Carlos Armando Sanchez, who collected the first specimen leading to its discovery. The tailspot wrasse has vibrant colors, a distinctive tailspot, inhabits shallow coral reef environments, and Frabel says it hasn't been found anyplace else on Earth.
It keeps moving around in the jar, but there you go.
Interestingly enough, he also says this newly discovered fish species exhibits sequential hermaphrodism, meaning it has the capability to transition from a female to a male during its life cycle.
Collecting some fresh specimens, getting DNA samples, tissue samples that are very well identified, so people can utilize those for all sorts of research purposes again in the future.
Frabel says this rare and significant milestone underscores the importance of ongoing exploration.
To get a better grasp on the true diversity of life on this planet.
Ariana Cohen, CBS 8.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. It's a gorgeous morning. It does look like there's a slight threat of rain, but I don't think it's going to be much at all. Not much wind and a beautiful ocean back there behind me. There should be some good fishing here in SoCal. We're going to talk about this local halibut bite. It has been phenomenal this year. 2024 has already started out with a bang. And it's hard to believe that we're almost into March. Today's leap day in a leap year, the 29th of February. And man, this year has already started to fly by. We're going to look at Mexico, where there's been some great fishing just south of the border in San Quintin and Ensenada. We'll also take a peek at the long range situation. That's been chugging along quite nicely. Also, how about that Bahamas report from Captain Sean Crazy Man Morgan? He's out fishing for wahoo this morning. If he does anything, we'll certainly let you know about that. And that looks like a really cool little island to check out. Bluefin tuna in wintertime here in SoCal, and so much more. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friend. Man, is that coffee welcome here this morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's not very cold, actually. If I had to guess, I'd say like 62 degrees, something like that. And quite beautiful. Absolutely a gorgeous day here. And hopefully we're going to see some really good fishing as we go along. Hey, I've got to mention to you that starting tomorrow, a beautiful brand new custom rod will be given away every single month for the largest surf fish taken. Now, let me qualify that. Every month, we're going to have a different surf fish. I'll keep you up to date on all the rules. For now, you get your rules down at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California, on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They have all the rules. But this March, starting tomorrow, it's going to be for the biggest barred perch. If you catch the biggest barred perch, you're going to get a brand new custom rod. And then in April and in May and in June, we're going to have and focus on another species and give away another beautiful custom rod down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. I want to let you know about that. If you don't mind, hit the like button, share these videos, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there is new content, and subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Also, if you would follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, that would be deeply appreciated. All right, let's jump into it with you. Cabo San Lucas, same thing going on down there. Some striped marlin, depending from day to day, and a lot on the wind. If you get some good conditions, you've got a good chance to take a striped marlin down there right now. Also offshore, some yellowfin tuna in a little bit tighter. There's been Dorado, and there's also been the occasional wahoo. San Quintin area, 140 miles down below the border. Great drive to get down there to San Quintin. You know, I mentioned yesterday that I'd love to do a caravan down there, and Daryl from the Rooster Crew said, count me in, and so many of you told me you'd like to do that. So I need to sit down, plan that out, and do a trip down to, I think we'll do a baby step, down to Ensenada to start it out, perhaps for a weekend. We'll caravan down so you feel good and safe, and I will handle everything once you're down there in Mexico in terms of your safety and where to fish and what to do. It could be really a lot of fun. So consider that something that we're going to do here in the very near future. Down there in San Quintin, some good yo-yo iron, yellowtail action going on. There's those bigger bonita still around, and nice lings and reds and so much more. We continue to see really good fishing out of Ensenada. Now, we get these pulses of yellowtail, of barracuda, you know, signs that spring is trying to happen down there in Ensenada, 70 miles below the border, and a little bit south of there around Santo Tomas. That area has held some good breezing schools of yellowtail. Some days those yellows are very skittish, they're moving fast, and it's hard to get on them and get a bite. Other days they bite really, really well. We've seen that here in the last couple of weeks or so. Same thing on the barracuda. Some of that gar fishing, the barracuda that is, has taken place around Todos Santos Island, some of it over there on Punta Banda. There's that big bonita, and there's plenty of rockfish. Take a look at the game fisher. Nice hit for Michael Ortiz. He did really great on the bottom stuff. And our very own Paulina Varela, she had some good white fishing on Little Ponga there. Really good fishing around the Ensenada area. A sign of things to come. And we're hoping it's going to turn on here very soon. All right, let's jump down again, down to 120 miles. I'm going to talk about San Diego-based boats running down to Punta Colonet, which is 120 miles. And you gotta love last weekend on board the Old Glory, where they decided to concentrate their efforts on rockfish at first and did great, fantastic. But they said, let's go look. There's got to be some BFT around here. And they went out and they scoured and they found good water and they found all kinds of signs of life. And then right before dark, they got on a jag of bluefin. They had several bites before they ended up landing 3 fish. Really great sign for the Old Glory. Excellent, excellent fish coming on board. You can't beat this for February, and I think we are looking down the barrel of a great season for sure. The Old Glory is going Friday night out of San Diego, H&M landing, so you should think twice about, or you shouldn't think twice is the way I should put it. That should be a great trip. I mean, you can almost put it in the bank that you're going to catch that rockfish and maybe some yo-yo iron yellowtail, which they had also, and then a shot at the BFT here as we move you into March now. That is really sounding good to all of us. We're going to get more coverage on that fish here in the very near future. Also, the Polaris Supreme starts their 3-day bluefin tuna trips in March. So we'll see what gives on all of this, but it's looking really good. Now, don't forget our 5-day trip on board the Independence. It leaves April the 4th, fishes through the 9th. That's going to be a great one. You can book at independencesportfishing.com. I'll be there. My son Philip will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Scott Buchert will be there. It's going to be a trip to remember. So we're keeping our eyes on that. Very good fishing down there in that area. Up there in the San Diego area, we continue to see some good wintertime bass fishing. No question about it. Good sand bass fishing down by the border. Fishing 20-pound with a dropper loop. 4-ounce torpedo sinker, 6-ounce torpedo sinker, smaller sliding egg sinker, depending on wind, current, and depth. You're going to change it up. You're going to talk to your crew member and find out what is best. And man, there's been some pretty good sand bass fishing. Some days, you know, it's not that good, but other days you're up there pushing 100 sand bass, and there is not a darn thing wrong with that here in February. We see similar kinds of results up and down the coast. Dana War sport fishing with some really good sculpin fishing the past couple weeks. Occasional halibut, but not all that much down there. And some decent bass fishing at times. They released 50 calicos the other day, so they get that whack on that. And then up here in the LA Orange County area, we see Long Beach-based boats. We see boats out of Marina del Rey, boats out of Redondo. These guys all picking at the bass sculpin, whitefish. Sheep's Head opens up on March the 1st, and the Victory out of Long Beach Sport Fishing has a derby going on that sounds like a lot of fun. More information at Long Beach Sport Fishing. You should check that out. That's going to be a lot of fun there. I know Sam at Island Fishing Tackle is sponsoring that. I believe Young's Fishing Tackle is sponsoring that. Two great sponsors there. So that sounds like a lot of fun, and that should be very productive. April the 1st, we open up, of course, rockfish up here in this neck of the woods. All right, let's talk about the halibut, because the native sun has been on fire. That has been the epicenter for great halibut fishing in Southern California. This year, they have put incredible numbers on the board. They did it over the weekend. They were out yesterday, and let us not take these catches for granted. Some people were saying, yeah, it was okay, it wasn't great. And I guess you could kind of say that, but I mean, I remember a time where 9 legal halibut and 12 shorts was a pretty darn good day in Southern California. And that's exactly what they had on the native sun out of 22nd Street Landing yesterday. Pretty good fishing going on, and at times insane good fishing. I think they have 4 fish over 30 pounds, 20 fish over 20 pounds. They have like 150 legal fish now, or more, or a little bit less than that, somewhere in that vicinity. It's been incredible there out of 22nd Street Landing in St. Peter. They are out again today, so we'll see how they do. They had a little bit of problem with the drift yesterday. Now, you're looking for a drift that just moves along steadily, covers a lot of ground. Wind that pushes you along so that you are covering ground. That's what the name of the game is. Sometimes you don't get enough and you're not moving enough, and that is counterproductive in most cases. And then sometimes you get too much wind and you look out there and you look like you're trolling for halibut. Your line is way out. And they had that kind of a day yesterday where they had either not enough breeze to push them along or too much breeze. So we'll see what today brings. Looks like a really lovely day. Hopefully they are going to slam some more flatties here again today. That really has been excellent fishing. Up there in Ventura, we continue to see great sand dab fishing, and I'm talking Oxnard, Ventura area. They've been all over the sand dabs up there. Also catching whitefish and some halibut on the Aloha Spirit. They've been doing quite well. Ventura Sport Fishing is offering a 20% discount if you book before April. You go to their website, Ventura Sport Fishing, and you book, and then at checkout, you put in pre-season 20 for a 20% discount. Man, what are you waiting for? Island Spirit, the California, 2 great boats with great crews. Wonderful people up there like Sal up there in the ticket office. It can't be beat. And you can save a hefty 20% if you book right now. It sounds like a good idea to me. Hey, March, it's also tax season. Get those taxes done. Get that burden off your shoulders. Move ahead with this great year with our friend Tim Marquez at A Best Income Tax. I'm telling you, Tim's going to take really good care of you. When you call him and he does your taxes, you're going to kick yourself that you didn't do it sooner. Tim Marquez, A Best Income Tax. And if you're having issues with heating or air conditioning, one or the other or both, you need to call my friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and air conditioning. John's a great guy. His expertise level way up here, and he'll take really good care of you. I guarantee you that. All right, taking a look up and down the coast, the surf fishing bite remains very steady and very, very good. We continue to see really good barred perch fishing up and down the coast, but at times, man, we have seen corvina, we've seen yellowfin croaker, we've seen nice halibut fishing. It's really been good. And don't forget big fish bait and tackle. They not only have all the bait you need, they not only have all the tackle you'll need, from trout fishing to surf fishing to big game, bluefin, tuna, and marlin. I mean, they've got it all at Big Fish, but they've got that great derby going on starting March the 1st. I know Kayla Lou, she's already excited about it. I got my money on her. She's one heck of a surf angler, I will tell you that. She's excited. They're going to give away a custom rod for the biggest bar perch in March. And then April 1st, we're going to start a whole new derby on perhaps bar perch, but maybe it'll go to spot fin croaker or some other species. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I highly recommend you drop by Big Fish Bait and Tackle and sign up. It's absolutely free, gratis. So you can take advantage of that. We've seen really good fishing here in the surf, no question about it. Pat Dixon with some nice barred perch. Rick Fuentes was fishing spotted bay bass in the harbor here recently, and what a blow up on his jig, his lure in the harbor by a spotted bay bass. Rick said, if these things got to be 30 pounds, you would be in for the tussle of your life. And that was one heck of a blow up. Rick, thanks for sharing that. Back to the bar perch. RK Toji out here fishing around Huntington Beach, I believe, with some good catches. It's really going on. The surf bite, that is, from below the border down to San Quintin, all the way up Rosarito Beach, also in San Diego area. I love Huntington Beach. Dog Beach has been good. Bolsa Chica has been good here in Surfside. Up there in Redondo, we've seen some halibut taken. Our friend from the Rooster Crew, Daryl, with a nice halibut just the other day, just barely short. Same jig he was over here throwing with us the other day on our surf fishing event, and he went over there and he made it happen. Good job, Daryl. If I could do the Rooster Crew as good as you, I would do it right now to celebrate your great catch. And good fishing above there, up around El Segundo and all the way up to Ventura. Surf fishing's been pretty darn good. All right, our long range situation, Royal Polaris guys are heading home. Soda Pop was on board that trip, and I fished with him on board the Independence, and they had a good shot of yellowfin, tuna, and wahoo, and also had all kinds of different reef fish. They were on a 22-day trip and having a lot of fun on that one. All right, and also lobster season is grinding slowly to an end. Hopefully you're going to be able to get out and cash in on what has been an extraordinary lobster season for the hoop netters. Of course, our sponsor Promar Ahi provides you with the best nets and so much more. And they've got a lot more surprises heading your way this year. They've got some really good surf fishing jigs. In fact, my son Philip loves fishing their little minnows that they make, catches all kinds of fish on that. David Maestro was out and had limits of lobster. Dave, good to see you, my friend, and always great to see you either hoop netting up some lobster or catching a big bluefin, or just enjoying the great outdoors with family and friends. I absolutely love that. Hey, I need to go back to the surf bite just real quick, because a guy by the name of Stephen Hasper had a great big fat corvina. Check that being out. Really beautiful fish. Caught that on the SP minnow, which is a jerk bait. And he's wondering, and I wish you'd leave a comment down below, especially you surf anglers. Is that common to catch a corvina on a jerkbait? Now, I'll throw in my 2 cents, but I would like to hear your opinion. Have you ever caught one on a jerkbait? How common is it? It's not uncommon. It's not totally common. You don't catch them every single day, but they do bite that jerkbait with pretty good frequency. And normally it's a big one, and this is definitely a big one. Sometimes you'll snag the fish, as it looks like he did in this case, but many times they are attacking that during grunion runs. It is very common to catch them on a Lucky Craft or an SP minnow or something like that. You see it all the time, but I've got to take my hat off to Steven for an outstanding catch. No question about it. There is nothing like fishing the Southern California coast. You have got to love that. All right, my friends, we're going to watch it for you very, very closely. We have a little weather heading our way, but it doesn't look like there's too much wind associated with it on Saturday. You get a little wet, hey, it's no big deal. You know, when they call for rain here in Southern California, it seems to me like you get an hour of rain. So, you know, you walk in the galley if it bugs you that much, or you get no rain at all. And it looks like it's going to be that kind of a Saturday. So I think we're going to be just fine. We'll watch this halibut season bite, or the halibut bite here today, and see how that all goes. And of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on everything from Mexico to the Bahamas to everywhere in between. It should be another fascinating and fun day. Thanks for all the likes. Thank you for all you do for Friedman Adventures. We deeply appreciate it. And if I don't see you at the boat show, Pomona Boat Show, this weekend, I hope to see you somewhere else really, really soon. Take care, my friends.